Hi everyone. Today we move on to chapter 3, Inequalities and Absolute Values. So we're going to learn about inequalities first. At the end of this video, you should be able to understand the basic concept of inequalities using the number line. Second, you should be able to relate and use the properties of inequalities. So first, we are going to learn about the symbol. So I believe all of you already familiar with the symbol. So symbol for A equals B is just A equals B. A is less than B, the direction is to the left. A is greater than B, the direction is to the right. A is less than or equal to B. And finally, A is greater than or equal to B. Okay, so we move on to the basic concept now. So there are two types of interval. It's either closed interval or open interval. So closed interval, we always use the notation or the bracket like this. So this is close bracket. And for open interval, we usually use open bracket like this. So this interval, either it's closed or open, it is related to each other, whether it's the notation or inequalities or the representation on the number line. Okay, so let's see the first inequalities. I'm sure you all already know how to read this, right? So x greater equal A, less equal B. So how to represent this on number line? Okay, we're going to represent this on number line first before we go to the notation. Okay, so x is greater than A but is less than B. Since we have equal sign on the inequalities, it is a black circle, meaning we want A in our interval. So same goes to B because it has equal sign. So at B here, we're gonna draw a black circle as well, and then we connect the dot because it's interval. Okay, so how to write the notation here? Okay, same reason, because we have equal sign here, black circle here, so the notation is close for A. So for B, because we have equal sign here, black circle here, so close bracket for B as well. So I'm sure you can figure out what's next. So number line first. X is greater than A, X is less than B. In this inequality, we don't want A at all. So it is white circle for A and B as well because it doesn't have equal sign here. Connect the dot. So what about the notation? So no equal sign, white circle, hence it's open bracket. Well, obviously because it's open interval. Open bracket for A, what about B? Same. So now, next. X greater than A, but X is less equal B. Okay. As usual, number line first. A, B. So since A has no equal sign, A will gonna have a white circle. But for B, because it has equal sign here, B is gonna have a black circle. Connect the dot. So now we go to the notation. Okay, we have interval AB, right? So the bracket for A, since it has no equal sign and white circle, so it's an open bracket. What about B? Because it is black circle and has equal sign, so it is a closed bracket. Okay, so same goes to this one. So we have A and B. Our number line has equal sign at A, so black circle. No equal sign at B, so white circle. Connect the dot. And for the interval AB, because A has equal sign means it close bracket. Because B has no equal sign, open bracket. I almost drew it wrongly. Okay, guys? Okay, so we move on to the next slide. What if we have inequalities like this? I usually call it single inequalities. Okay, first, we're going to represent this on the number line. X is less than B. Means on the number line, we only have B. So what about the circle? Is it black or white? Yes, it is white. And the direction? Is it greater than B or less than B? Yes, X is less than B, meaning we are going to the left. Okay, tips. If you are still confused whether you want to go right or you want to go left, look at your inequalities. If the direction is to the left, the number line to the left as well. Okay? So now, what we're going to do, for the notation, we only have B, we don't have A. Okay, obviously, at B is an open bracket because it has no equal sign. Okay, what about the other one here? Who we're going to put it here? Okay, since we know number line is from negative number or negative infinity to a big positive number, which is positive infinity. So now, we want this part, right? So B is going to the negative infinity. So how to write this? We're going to write negative infinity here. So what about the bracket? Is it closed or is it open bracket? Okay. Here is the thing that you should know. Infinity, either positive or negative, is always an open bracket. Okay? So please write it down. Negative infinity or positive infinity, always open bracket. Okay? Okay, so now we move on to x less equal b. Okay, same goes to the number line b, but because it has equal sign, meaning it is a black circle to the left because it less than. Okay, so since it goes to negative infinity, meaning the interval is from negative infinity to b. So remember, negative infinity or positive infinity, always open bracket. But for b now, because it has equal sign, it is a closed bracket. Okay? That's half open interval. So now, for x greater than a, I'm sure you're already familiar with the drill now. Number line first. A, because it's greater, so it will move to the right. But is it black or white circle? Yes, it's a white circle. To the right. So a is going to positive infinity here. So the interval should be like this, right? But what about the bracket? Always open for infinity, but for a, is it open bracket as well? Yes, because it has no equal sign. Very good. So next, s greater equal a, because it has equal sign, hence it is a black circle. Because it is greater, hence it's going to the right. And the interval, always open bracket for infinity, but for a, because it has equal sign, it should be a closed bracket. Well done, guys.